Hello, and welcome back to the Notary News Channel. This is a forum for all things notary and some things not. We're communicating, disseminating information to entrepreneurs and professionals who aspire to a higher level of professionalism and who want a better work life balance. Happy New Year. We hope that everyone enjoyed their new year. It's refreshing to be welcoming in 2021. To catch up on all the latest videos or tax information or information geared toward notaries, signing agents, or other entrepreneurs, make sure to subscribe to the channel and get notifications when the new videos are posted. My name is Desiree Roman Rodriguez, and I'm a subject matter expert in all things notary in the state of Illinois. I'm also an enrolled agent credentialed by the Internal Revenue Service to prepare taxes and to represent taxpayers all the way up through the U.S. Tax Court. This week on the forum, we're going to be talking about self employment tax exemption for notaries who are sole proprietors. Unfortunately, if you have created a business of an S Corp, a C Corp, or an LLC, or some kind of a partnership, you are not going to be eligible to take this tax deduction. So, this particular video is going to be geared towards sole proprietors who are looking to figure out how to calculate their self employment tax exemption of their notary fees. So, as in a previous video, I have created another Excel spreadsheet that I will be sharing with you. You'll see how that the spreadsheet is set up, how you can calculate your fees that were generated less the number of notarizations that were done, and then the spreadsheet will calculate those totals for you, giving you a third page that will have the numbers on there that you can provide directly to your tax professional or that you yourself can use to fill in your Schedule C and to write in the exemption income on your Schedule SE. So in just a moment, I'm going to share the screen with you and you'll be able to see the spreadsheet and we'll go over that. So on this screen, you're going to see I'm sharing the spreadsheet that was created for calculating your self employment exemption of your notary fees. So this particular spreadsheet is created in Excel. The formulas are already calculated for you, and then this was done by Dissolve Business Services for this video. And as you can see, it's going to have three tabs on this spreadsheet. So it's going to calculate the first half of the year, the second half of the year, and then give you the tax reporting totals that you will either need to give to your tax preparer or you yourself will need to enter on your Schedule C and on your SE tax reporting form. So the way that the spreadsheet is calculated is it's set up by you needing to put in all of your income per month and it's set up per day. So how much money did you earn on January 1st of 2020? How much money did you earn on January 15th, January 16th? And so if you did one or two or three closings each day, what are the total number of notarizations did you do for each of those days? So in the January income column, you're going to put in the total amount of money you earned each of those days from the 1st through the 31st. And of those days that you earned notary income, how many notarizations did you complete on that day? So if you did one notarization appointment on January 1st and you had five notarizations on that day in that appointment, you would indicate that in this way. In February, if there were 3 days that you did notary assignments and you should have income for those 3 days in February with the corresponding notarizations that you completed for each of those three appointments. And that would be the same going all the way through the end until you get to your 6 month total of earnings and the 6 month notarization totals. The same will be done for the July through December. Any income you earned from July 1st through July 31st, each corresponding day where you earned revenue, you should include how many actual notarizations you completed. Then that would go through to December. Then you will get your 6 month totals for this for July through December. The, the third page is going to be obviously the most important page you need in order to prepare your tax return or to meet with your tax professional. So it's going to total up the number of notarizations you did January through June, July through December, and then your yearly notarization totals. Your taxable income will be reflected here. Once you fill in this last column, column J, you need to put in the state that you live and what is the fee that your state charges for your notarization. So for the state of Illinois, we are allowed to charge $1. So $1 goes here into this section in J where my big red arrow is pointing. And then once you fill in that number there, these other highlighted in yellow columns will automatically change and populate to what the totals numbers that you should be reporting on your tax return. So, taxable yearly income will be reflected here. Your notary income that's going to be exempt from self employment tax will be reflected here. And then the amount of total income that's going to be self employment taxable will be reflected here. So the totals are actually going to be the total number of the notary fees that you earned less the fee that the state allows you to charge for those notarizations. Those two together give you your total yearly income totals. So hopefully your numbers match your bank revenue statements that you should be having. It's a good place. It's a good way to be able to do checks and balances versus the checks that you deposited and the actual notarizations that you did. And this is obviously calculating per month and per day. So if you're a very busy notary, you're going to have a lot of catch up work to do in filling in this spreadsheet. If you do notarizations on a part time basis or in addition to a regular W 2 job, it should be a fairly simple to plug in what days you earned a notary revenue and how many notarizations you completed on those days. So I hope that you were keeping track of the number of notarizations you did in your notary journal, and that will also be a good source to check to see how many notarizations you did on each of those days where you were generating notary revenue. So that's going to be the spreadsheet that we have created. If you'd like to have a copy of this spreadsheet emailed to you, send us an email to info@desalbusiness.com and in the subject put in SE exemption calculation. Then we will email that spreadsheet to you and you should be able to figure out what your self employment exemption will be for the notary fees that you generated for 2020. If you are starting new this year, it would be a good idea to obtain the spreadsheet right away and start keeping track so that you are not playing catch up at the end of the year and having to fill in a whole year's worth of information at the end of December. So that's going to be all that we have for this week. We will be doing some more segments on the taxes that's coming up, things that notaries need to be aware of, or if you have some particular questions that you need answers to, you can post a comment below or you can send an email if you don't want to have it out in the forum to info@desalbusiness.com. We'd be happy to answer your questions in that way as well. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.